Ruth Gordon was a true Hollywood original, an actress, screenwriter, and playwright who defied expectations and built a remarkable career spanning more than 7 decades. She won an Oscar, wrote classic films, and became beloved on stage and screen. Yet behind the triumphs, her life was marked by struggle, resilience, and sacrifice. In the end, her story took a turn many considered both strange and bittersweet. So what really happened to Ruth Gordon? Let's look back at her extraordinary journey, her lasting legacy, and how it all came to an end. Born Ruth Gordon Jones on October 29, 1897, in Wollaston, Massachusetts, she developed a fascination with performance early on. As a teenager, she secured minor roles in silent films, but her real breakthrough came at 19 when she debuted on Broadway. Throughout the 1920s and 1930s, she became known as a versatile stage actress with a gift for both comedy and drama. Her distinctive voice, expressive features, and sharp comedic timing made her a fixture on Broadway. By the 1940s, however, acting opportunities grew scarce. Rather than abandon show business, she reinvented herself as a screenwriter. Partnering with her husband, playwright Garson Kanin, she co-wrote several screenplays that became classics. Among them were Adam's Rib, 1949, and Pat and Mike, 1952, both starring Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy. These witty, character-driven stories earned Oscar nominations and established Gordon as one of Hollywood's most skilled writers. Though she thrived behind the scenes, her passion for performing never disappeared. In the 1960s, she staged a major comeback. Her most unforgettable role came in Roman Polanski's Rosemary's Baby, 1968, where she played Minnie Castivet, the meddling and sinister neighbor. The performance earned her an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress at 72, making her one of the oldest Oscar winners of the time. Following her Oscar win, Gordon became a sought-after character actress in the 1970s and 1980s, often playing eccentric, spirited women. One of her most famous roles was in Harold and Maude, 1971, where she portrayed Maude, a free-spirited older woman who forms an unlikely romance with a young man obsessed with death. Initially dismissed by critics, the dark comedy grew into a cult classic and remains one of her most celebrated performances. Beyond acting, Gordon was also a writer of memoirs and novels. Her 3 volumes of autobiography, along with a novel, offered witty and irreverent insights into her long, eventful life in show business. These works reflected the same sharp humor that defined her acting and screenwriting. Perhaps the most remarkable aspect of Gordon's career was her sheer determination. After her first year at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, the school president bluntly told her she had no promise as an actress. Many would have given up, but Gordon refused. Over 7 decades, she proved that resilience and self-belief can overcome even the harshest criticism. Her father, a pragmatic former sea captain, doubted her ambitions. He envisioned her as a physical education teacher rather than a performer. Her mother, however, recognized her determination and convinced him to pay for her tuition and living expenses in New York. Though Gordon struggled at the academy, failing to impress her teachers, she pressed on. After leaving school, she endured countless rejections before landing minor stage roles. Her first break came in 1915, playing one of the lost boys in Peter Pan. Though the part was small, it gave her confidence to keep trying. She later joined a touring production, but critics dismissed her performances, particularly due to her difficulty memorizing lines. Yet Gordon persevered, improving her craft through mentorship from actor Gregory Kelly, who became both her partner and husband. Tragedy struck in 1927 when Kelly died of a heart attack, leaving Gordon devastated. Yet she pressed on, pouring herself into Maxwell Anderson's Saturday's Children, which became her biggest triumph to date. Critics finally recognized her as a serious actress. Over the next decade, she delivered acclaimed performances in works ranging from comedies like The Country Wife to tragic dramas like Ethan Frome. Even Edith Wharton praised her portrayal of Maddie Silver, affirming her artistic talent. In her personal life, Gordon's path was complicated. She revealed in her memoir that after Kelly's death, she entered into relationships that led to pregnancies, including with producer Jade Harris, with whom she had a son, Jones. Despite challenges, she balanced motherhood and career while continuing to build her reputation on stage. Her professional fortunes shifted again in the 1940s when she reunited with film. She portrayed Mary Todd Lincoln in Abe Lincoln in Illinois, 1940, followed by roles in Dr. Ehrlich's Magic Bullet and Two-Faced Woman. Around this time, she met Garson Kanin. Though initially skeptical about their age difference, she was 45, he was 29. The two married in 1942. Their marriage blossomed into one of Hollywood's most successful creative partnerships. Together, they wrote a series of witty and sophisticated screenplays. Their biggest successes were Adam's Rib and Pat and Mike, tailored for Hepburn and Tracy. Their sharp, fast-paced dialogue earned Oscar nominations and praise for capturing the dynamics of modern relationships. Gordon also adapted her own experiences in The Actress, 1953, a semi-autobiographical film about a young woman determined to pursue acting against her father's wishes. Despite her success as a writer, acting roles for women dwindled as she aged. For years, she was largely absent from the stage and screen. But in 1965, she returned in Inside Daisy Clover, playing a manipulative dealer opposite Natalie Wood. The performance earned another Oscar nomination, reminding Hollywood of her power as an actress. Then came Rosemary's Baby, which immortalized her in cinematic history. Her chilling, yet oddly humorous portrayal of Minnie Castivet captured audiences and critics alike. Winning the Oscar at 72 revitalized her career, and she embraced a steady stream of quirky, unforgettable roles. She brought humor to dark comedies like Where's Papa? 1970, and even joined Clint Eastwood in Every Which Way But Loose, 1978, as his feisty mother. Her performance in Harold and Maude eventually became her most beloved, despite its rocky start. Gordon fiercely defended the film, even writing to critics who dismissed it. Over time, it found its audience and secured her place as an icon of unconventional cinema. Television also showcased her comedic timing. She made guest appearances on Columbo, The Bob Newhart Show, and Rhoda. She won an Emmy for her role as Sugar Mama on Taxi, proving her talent remained sharp even in later years. When not acting, Gordon continued writing, producing both a mystery novel and several memoirs. She divided her time between New York and Martha's Vineyard with Kanin, enjoying a quieter life while still working steadily. Her final years brought continued recognition, but also decline. In 1984, she appeared in Maxie, playing a quirky landlord who unwittingly conjures a ghost. It would be one of her last screen roles. On August 28, 1985, Ruth Gordon passed away quietly at her home in Edgartown at age 88. From her early struggles to her iconic late-career roles, Ruth Gordon embodied resilience. She defied doubters, reinvented herself multiple times, and left an indelible mark on film, theater, and television. Her story is one of persistence and creativity, proving that determination can carry an artist through decades of change. While her ending was quiet and bittersweet, her legacy remains timeless, an inspiration for actors, writers, and fans alike.